If I ran the zoo, I'd use only Keystone Lighting. Go to KeystoneTech.com. That's KeystoneTech.com, baby. KeystoneTech.com. Light made easy. Retrofit Kings. If I ran this convention, what would it be like, Greggy? The Dream Lighting Convention.
There's a lot of lighting conventions.
There sure is.
There's a lot of them out there. So what makes sense? So I think, as a general theme, you got to keep them interactive. Okay. What makes sense to start? What do you think? The first thing you got to do?
I think you need a pre-convention, because you look at let's say Light Fair. They have like this pre-convention time where there's education, then they have the convention, and there's all these topics, and then they have post-convention, right? So you got to do a little pre-convention, and I think you want to combine so if you're at a lighting convention, there should be a big dose of lighting, right?
Absolutely, need lighting.
You need some lighting issues, and and those issues should be focused on the people that are attending the convention. So if it's a lighting distribution conference, it should be about lighting issues that are specific to lighting distributors. Or if it's a lighting designers conference, it should be lighting issues that are specific to lighting designers. Right? Education would be an example of that, right? And so, but I think before you get hot, you got to have a little bit of motivation. You got to get people fired up, get them jacked up. Woo, let's do it. Right?
Yeah.
And you got to have an element of self-reflection. You got to have somebody there that's available to talk about team performance. You got to have somebody there that's talking about personal performance, showing up for yourself every day. Are you showing up for yourself every day? Yeah.
You want to get your mindset in the right place when you do this. So I think that's a good point. So like the pre-convention gets your mindset and motivates you.
Yeah.
Kind of gets you ready for the next step, like what you're going to learn and what you're going to get into. It's a good plan.
Right. So you start off with that, an excitement. A keynote should be someone that gets people excited, right? Especially at a business convention. You don't need anything too heavy, and then you also need someone talking about personal business growth and personal and business growth, and then also team growth, right? So something like
What's the best keynote you've seen at a lighting convention?
Nito Cobain by far.
I agree. That was my first one, and that was the best one I've seen. That's funny.
Nito Cobain is a special guy, dude.
Yeah.
He's a special guy. He changed the way I do it. Nito Cobain, after going to that One Nailed convention and meeting Nito Cobain, 2008, I changed my entire focus from revenue to profit because of Nito Cobain. Forget about the top line. Top line's great. Oh yeah. Forget about who cares if you do 20 million? Like that's great. That's all, whatever numbers. How much did you make, man?
Yeah.
How much you put in your pocket, right? That's the focus on that. So that's Nito, all sorts. I have all his tapes. I have all his CDs from pre-digital. I have all
tapes and CDs.
Tapes and CDs, man. Yeah, for sure. I bought it all. I bought the whole package from him that day.
Ooh.
And he gave me remember he asked, do you want to be a Godiva or do you want to be a Hershey? Both are fine. Like one's not better than the other, but what are you?
Right. Yeah. That's fair.
Right? And it's like, oh man, I'm kind of both. I got Atlas Lighting's a Hershey and Lighting Solutions a Godiva. So I'm going to do both of those things, right? Wrap it all up in a big rebate package, right? So Nito was the bomb. But, I think you got to have someone talking about showing up for yourself. Are you doing right by yourself? Are you doing right by your business? Are you doing right by your people by creating a high-performance team? These kinds of things. Need someone to get excited. But then after that, man, you got to get into some serious lighting stuff if you want to put on a good lighting show, right? Yeah. I would say it's always good to let your visitors have one-on-ones with the keynote if possible. That's good.
True. And I think as a general, I kind of mentioned it before, is the interactive part, because how many times have we gone to a show where and I think we have probably said it at least 10 or 20 times to each other because we've been to a lot of shows together, is that person has never sold a light bulb in their life.
Right.
They have no clue what the real world's like. They're trying to tell us what it is and they don't know. And not saying that, people like you and I need to be the keynote. We go there to learn. We want somebody that can kind of lead it, but then we want to be able to have the interactive session. We want to be able to talk it through with the people that do that and really get a good understanding. So I think that's important.
The best convention I ever went to was a waste convention on lamp recycling in 2009 in Toronto. and they had no outside speakers.
Nobody.
Everything was members on the stage, moderated discussions with Q&A. So
Awesome.
someone would get up and give a talk, right? That was a member or a vendor of the group, would present key information to people, man. Information that was pertinent. Like in our lighting industry, like the future of legacy is a very, very key topic, you know?
Yeah.
And
like, where's the legacy technology going?
Right.
What's the plan for the future?
Exactly. So having someone speak to legacy is important. And then, you do that, and then you have a 30-minute this moderated panel after with 2 or 3 distributors on it. That's a great topic.
Perfect.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Another one that I think would be a good topic for a convention is solar-powered LED light fixtures. Like that's a market, man.
Definitely.
That's a market.
Oh, yeah. There's people that want lights where they don't have power, and it's expensive to add it, or they can't get it there, or whatever the case is. Solar's a great option for that.
Yeah, for sure. Horticultural space. How come no distributors are involved in the horticultural space?
I know everybody's talking about it, but is anybody actually selling it? I'd love to know if there's an opportunity to sell.
Well, we know that we invited a manufacturer of that to our conference, to our convention, which is going down in April, and they declined to come.
Yeah. Because nobody's selling it.
No, because
That's
their
right.
excuse was we're not sure how distributors can be involved. We don't maybe we don't want distributors involved.
Yeah.
Think about that.
But it's good to understand, because there's a lot of discussion on it. So
that was a major manufacturer that turned us down. Said, no, we're actually not going to come. We're not going to come teach you guys about this because we don't want you involved. Huh?
Yeah.
Integrated versus integrated purpose-built versus modular T-LEDs. Huh?
Oh,
what you
yeah.
do? That's a hot topic, man.
That's hot. I love it.
We're there's a debate, maybe a 20-minute debate on either side, followed by a 20-minute moderated discussion.
That's going to get hot. I like that one. That's great.
Another one that, was tossed around that, I think is important at a good lighting convention is, lighting distribution businesses have always been much higher profit than electrical distribution businesses.
Specialized.
Gross margin.
Because of that. Yeah, definitely.
Right? Let's keep it that way. How do we keep it that way? That's a great topic.
For sure.
We could do another one, which is interesting, is a kind of an inventory issue, and it discusses the pace of obsolescence.
As things are being phased out or not made available, how do you handle that? How do you plan for it? How do you keep what you need in stock?
Yeah. That's
Something
an issue, dude. That's an issue.
Oh, absolutely.
You used to buy, like, let's say, remember when we went to see, we were in Louisville, Kentucky, talking to Nafusi's, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, yeah, we were taking a look around his warehouse, and he's showing us the LEDs. Yeah, the project. This is getting shipped on a project. And I have 3 skids of 741K or 841K T8s here.
Yeah.
Well, why do you got 3 skids of those? Well, because, they're always going to be worth that, right? I got a good deal.
Yeah.
Try that with T-LED LED tubes.
How about in California when we saw all the, what were those? The MR16
GE constant color.
Constant color. Yeah. Everybody had as many cases as they could keep around.
Yeah. These are like hardcore LED lighting distributor project people. And everywhere else we went to, there's like this huge stash of constant color GE MR16s.
Keeping it. Yeah.
Like a stash.
Yeah.
I'm the bootlegging king of GE constant colors in California.
Right.
They're making them illegal. I'm the Al Capone of constant color. And then I think it's very important to have one-on-ones with your vendors. Vendors have an opportunity to have a one-on-one with every distributor. Every distributor has an opportunity to have a one-on-one with every vendor, so they can sort it out what their relationship's going to be worth in the next 12 months. And then what I think is important, man? It's really good if you can have one-on-one with those key speakers. How often do you go to a convention, you listen to someone say, gosh, man, I'd love to speak to that guy one-on-one for 10 minutes. Do I want to ask a question? Do I want to put my hand up in front of everybody and ask a question? Do I want to do that? Do I want to gather around the guy at the end at the break and wait for my chance to shake his hand? Maybe he wants to go call his wife. You know what I mean? I think it's
Yeah.
important to have one-on-one with your speakers at the convention. So I think I know a convention that's kind of like this one, Greg, that we've come up with here.
I think you do too. Yeah. No, that's good. And then what do you think at the end? Do you think a post, what makes sense for conventions in general if you're going to conclude it, or how do you conclude?
I think Lightfair does it well with their pre and post with training sessions and stuff like that. I think it's good to have, if somebody wants an extra day, maybe with one of the experts to sit down and discuss some particular training issues for their people and all that. So a good post convention is strong too. Maybe a game of golf, maybe a pool party.
Yeah. And you know what I think is one of the key things that you want out of any convention is take homes, something that you can bring back with you, that you can implement to obviously make yourself and make your company better. That's why you go to a convention. That's the whole reason. So hopefully that's involved in every convention you plan to go to.
The one thing I would say is that the best conventions are the ones specific to the members. So the bigger the convention, oftentimes the more obtuse. Like, how many times have you been to Light Fair? How many times did you go to a class at Light Fair?
0. I've been to Light Fair 10, 20 times, whatever, 15 times. 0 classes. No offense to the Light Fair classes. I just haven't done it.
I went one year and I went to a couple classes, but I couldn't find them one year.
It's a big place.
Yeah. A lot of times you just end up walking the trade show floor.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And what kind of value can you get out of that? Sometimes the same as browsing websites. There's a new product. Let me look at it.
Or sometimes you run into a vendor that you're talking to the person at the show and they have no intention of ever selling to you.
Right.
Has that ever happened
So
to
we're just wasting our time here? Oh, yeah. You want to just waste our time?
Yeah.
Let's talk.
Let's waste
Small
some time.
talk. I love
You want
it.
a free beer? Sure. Yeah, let's have a free beer. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Look at all these great products. Yeah. I'm never going to set you up as a distributor now. Never.
Yeah, and I'm not going to buy from you. So let's
yeah.
That's it.
That's it. Folks, go to KeystoneTech.com. That's KeystoneTech.com, baby. KeystoneTech.com. Greg, Light That Online Video Show, sponsored by Keystone, man. Thanks to them.
Great company. Yeah, for sure. Love it.
This is their show for 2020. KeystoneTech.com. That's KeystoneTech.com.